hands right onto the hips there and bring yourself lifted. Straighten out that left leg. There can be a little bit of a bend to that left knee, but seeing if you can straighten out as much as you can, getting into that stretch into the hamstring muscle right in the back there. Now, if you have your blocks, bring your hands onto the blocks. You might fold over that left leg. A little flexion into the left toe. So you might draw the toes towards you, find a little deeper stretch into that left hamstring, or you keep it soft. Engage your core. Breathe in. Full breath out. Nice work. We're going to do one more breath in through the nose. Exhale. Good job, everybody. Now let's start to walk it back into our low lunge. Press into that left foot, bend into that left knee. You've got it. Chair might still be there right in front of you. Hands might come back onto the blocks. Curl your back toes. Pick up that back knee. Very, very good. So we're coming back into that position we were in before, and we're just going to press into the hands, into that left foot. Couple steps, few steps maybe, right back to the top with both feet there. Take an inhale, start to roll all the way up. Standing, shoulders over the hips. Take a breath here. Arms alongside you, head back between the shoulders. Feel your feet right towards the ground. So standing up nice and tall, take a breath here. Exhale. One more, in through the nose. Exhale all the way out. Great work, everybody. We're going to take our arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Fingertips up. Turn the palms. We're going to interlace the fingers. Turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Take a little side bend to the right. Good. Stretch out the left side of the body. Good. Now take your arms right back up. Exhale over to the left. Open the space into the right side of the body. Good. We're going to do that one more time on each side. Take your arms, reset them up towards the sky. Exhale over to the left. Sorry, the right there. Inhale back up. Last time, this time to the left. Good. Now come all the way back to center. Release your arms, shoulders back, right back to center, right back into your mountain pose. Breathe in. Full breath out. Great job, everyone. We're going to come over to the other side now. I'm going to bring my blocks just so we're going to stand on this side just so that you can see from a different angle there. Hands back onto the hips. This time we're going to step the left foot back into warrior one. So left foot, turn the toes out a bit, anchor the heel down. Make sure the feet are about hip distance apart. So we're not on a tightrope. Make sure the space lengthwise feels good. Lunge into that right knee. Hands onto the hips, and they might just stay there, or arms all the way up towards the sky. Relax the shoulders, fingertips up towards the ceiling. Lunge. Feel that back leg. Breathe. Engage your core. Belly draws in towards the spine. One more breath here. Slow breath out. Let's come back into that movement there. Now, you can keep the arms all the way up, completely up to you. You can bring the hands onto the hips or keep them there. We're going to bring that little bit of movement into that left leg now. So we're going to start to take an inhale, take the lunge out of that right knee, and then start to come back into that lunge. Breathe. Exhale all the way out. Inhale, take the bend out. Exhale to lunge. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lunge. Breathe in. Breath out. Good. Keep going. Feel that space. You don't even have to go very far into your lunge. It's all up to how your body's feeling today. Can be a very small passive movement here. Good. One more breath. Exhale, lunge. Let's stay here in our warrior one. Hands can stay here on your hips or take the arms up towards the sky. Breathe in. Full breath out. Take one more. In through the nose. Exhale. Good. Now we're going to start to lower those hands down again. Use those blocks. Use the seat of the chair. Start to press into that right foot. Lift up the left heel. Turn the toes. Walk it back a little bit. Give yourself a little space and lower that left knee down. Good. So we're back into that low lunge, but just on the other side, making sure that everything feels good here. Cushion up your left knee. Right. Making sure that that right foot is where it feels good at. Feel the hips. Feel your hands right on the blocks, right on the chair there. Breathe. Sternum forward, open the shoulders back a bit. Your low lunge. Good. Let's take a few breaths here. In through the nose. Take that slow breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in. Exhale. Good job, everybody. Let's take it back now. Let's stretch out that right leg. We're going to start to walk our blocks, walk our hands back. Maybe take it onto our hips. The chair, unfortunately, unless you have two chairs right beside you to place them on there, blocks are probably the best way to go with, or you bring your hands onto the hips. Always okay to have that little bit bend into the knee, soften a little bit as you go with every breath out, maybe finding a little deeper into your pose. Maybe a little flexion into your ankle as you draw the toes towards you. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Full breath out. Let's take one more right here. In through the nose. Slow, soft breath out. Very, very good, everybody. We're going to come back into that low lunge. Press into that right foot. Very, very good. Back into that low lunge, and we're going to come right back up. Use your blocks that are right in front of you. Use that chair that you might have put right there. Press into that right foot. Curl the left toes. Kick up that back knee. Good. Strong into the core. And then just a few hops back to the top of the mat. Good. We're going to start to roll back up. Lift all the way back up. Shoulders back over the hips. Arms alongside you. Breathe in. Exhale. Full breath in. Full breath out. Let that breath go. Very, very good. Right back into your mountain pose. So you're standing up nice and tall. The shoulders are over the hips. Roll the shoulders back a bit, and we're going to take it back into the arms a little bit. We're going to take our arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend into the elbows. We're going to get into some nice shoulder opening, working into the upper parts of the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend into the elbows. Palms face forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend into the elbows. Keep going. Breathe in. Exhale. In through the nose. Exhale all the way out. Take another breath here. Reach up. Exhale. Lower the elbows down. Beautiful work, everybody. And then start to lower the arms down, shoulders back. And let's take it right into a sun salutation. So right at the top of the mat, we're going to take an inhale. Circle the arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale. Fold over your legs. Use those blocks if you need to. Inhale. Lift halfway. Flat back. We're going to press into our legs, belly button in, shoulders back flat as you can get it. Exhale, forward fold, right back down towards the toes. Press into your feet. Start to rise all the way back up. Circle the arms up towards the sky, pressing the palms to touch. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Breathe in. Exhale, release, shoulders back. We're gonna do that one more time, but we're gonna step back into our downward dog or tabletop here. Take your arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, back into that flat back, press into your legs, draw the sit bones back, exhale, full. Now press your hands towards the ground or towards blocks. Step your left foot back, then the right into downward dog. Good. Now, just for a second, we're going to take a breath here. On your exhale, lower down to your knees. Good job. So we're on our hands and knees, and this is a great time to make sure that you have everything that you need. Cushion up the knees. Find the space between your hands and the knees here, about hip distance, shoulder distance apart. Spread your fingers nice and wide, belly button in towards the spine. We're going to move through some cow and cat pose here. We're going to take a breath in, untuck the tailbone, lower the belly down, open the heart forward. Good. Exhale, round the spine. Tuck the tailbone back in. Spread the shoulders, head relaxes, chin tucks in. Feel the rounding into the spine. Inhale, right back into your cow pose. Lower the belly down, open into the tailbone. Feel your glutes here. Exhale, round the spine, relax your head. Shoulder blades spread apart. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round the spine. Good. Let's do about 6 more rounds here as you find your cow and cat pose. Good movement alongside your breath. Feel your low back here, your spine. Good. One more breath here. Exhale. Very good, everybody. Now let's come back to that neutral spine, flat back behind you. And let's come into child's pose. We're going to bring our big toes to touch. Take your knees out as wide as you like. Let's walk our hands down. Sit your hips down and then start to walk your hands. Your upper body starts to relax down towards the mat. Forehead down towards the mat, or bring a block or a towel, rolled up towel that you have around you. And take a few breaths here. Relax your hips. Feel your belly soften right onto the thighs between the legs there. And one more breath here. And start to press your hands towards the mat. Lift yourself all the way back up. Very, very good, everyone. And we're going to take a little twist into our spine here, mid part of the spine. So coming back into tabletop, stack the joints, shoulders over the wrist, knees right under the sit bones or the hips there. Press into that left hand, palm down, little lift of the wrist up and out of the mat there. And then start to bring your right arm all the way out to the side of the room. You might lift it up a little bit. Notice how that feels in your shoulder and in your chest here. Exhale, thread it under, swing it under your left shoulder. Now take it back out, maybe lift it up. Exhale, swing it under. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swing it under. Good job. Breathe in. Breath out. 2 more. In through the nose. Exhale. 1 more time. Good job. Now let's thread it all the way under into threading the needle pose. Whereas take that right arm, thread it under that left shoulder, bring your right ear down towards the mat. Left hand can kickstand the way it is. Extend it forward if that feels better for you. Couple of breaths here. Good. Now let's take that left hand, press it down, rise back up, take that right hand back out, back into your tabletop. We'll do exactly the same thing on the other side. Good. So pressing into that right hand this time. We're going to lift that left arm up a little higher maybe, and then exhale, swing it under that right shoulder. Inhale, lift, open up the space. Exhale, find that gentle twist. Breathe in. Breath out. In through the nose. Exhale. Good job, everybody. Keep going in through the nose. Exhale, thread it under. One more time. And then swing it under. Let's take it back out. Come into that full threading the needle position. We're thread it under the right shoulder. Take your ear down. Always okay. If you feel the head is not coming all the way down, that's fine. Bring a block, bring that towel, place it under your head, and relax the head down. And 2 of your breaths here. Full breath in. Full breath out. Good work, everyone. Start to press that right hand back down towards the mat. Lift up, slide that left hand back out. Back into your tabletop. Move through a couple rounds of your cat and cow. Untuck the tailbone. Open the heart forward. Exhale, round the spine. Breathe in. Breath out. In through the nose. Exhale. Good. One more time. And then take it right back into your cat pose. Relax the head. And then come back into your tabletop. Swing your legs to either side of your mat. Come on to a seated position. Good. Cross your legs. Extend them forward however you would like to be seated right now. Grab a towel. Place it under your glutes maybe. Give yourself that lift. Relax your knees down a bit. Bring blocks under your legs if you need to. Good. Sit up nice and tall. We're just going to do some movement from here. Take your arms all the way up towards the sky. Take a little side bend. Right hand down. Left arm goes up and over. Stretch. Great job, everybody. Good. And then take it over to the other side. Lift and over. Good. One more time over to your right. And then over to your left. Good. And come all the way back to center. Take the arms right back up towards the sky. Take a little twist. Bring your right hand behind you, left hand on top of that right leg. Open up, sit up nice and tall. Feel that twist again into the spine. One more breath here. Good. Slow breath out. We're going to start to unwind the body, come back to center, other side. Take the arms up, reach up, exhale over to the left. Sit up nice and tall, left hand behind you, right hand on top of that. A left leg, Lengthen as you inhale. Exhale. Open up the space. Left shoulder back a little bit more. Breathe in. Full breath out. Take one more. In through the nose. Slow breath out. Great job, everyone. Start to come all the way back to center. Take your head and tilt it over to your right ear towards that right shoulder, and just give the neck a little space here into the left side. Good. Start to pick up that right arm up and over, palm to the side of your head. Bring a little bit more deeper of a stretch into the side of the neck. Good. And then maybe you take that left arm and relax it down towards the ground, fingers grazing the mat or the ground there. You might lift it up, stretch it out, find a little, even more depth into the stretch. Good. Take another inhale. Exhale. Good. Let's switch sides. Other side. We're going to take the left ear towards that left shoulder. Open the space. Hold for a second. Breathe. Good. Now maybe you start to pick up that left arm up and over, palm to the side of the head, feeling that little bit of gentle pressure to the palm towards the head. Open up even more into the right side of the neck. Now maybe starting to stretch that right arm out, fingers softly onto the mat there, maybe taking it up a little, hover, a little higher, stretch the fingertips out to the side. Good. One more breath here. Slow exhale all the way out and gently release. Come back to center. Give your shoulders a little circling forward and back. Great job, everybody. And let's start to extend the legs out to the front of the mat. Take a little bend to the knees. Give your backs of the legs a little bit of the hamstrings a little space if you need that. Flex the toes towards you. Take your arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hinge right at the hips and come all the way down. You might even use blocks here. Stack them up, stack them up on top. Bring your hands on top there. As you relax your head, you can take the blocks right at the side. Place your hands down as you fold over your legs there. Anything that works for you. You might not have blocks. That's okay. Then you bring your hands on top of the legs or beside the legs there. Good. Great opening into the back body, into the low back. Good. Breathe in. Exhale. In through the nose. And find that nice slow breath out. Good. And start to tuck your chin in towards your chest. Rise all the way up. Take your left leg to the left corner of the mat. Just slide it over. Bend into the right knee. Place your right foot to the inside of your left leg. Great job, everybody. And we're going to bring our left hand to the left leg, or maybe the forearm to the leg. We're going to bring our right hand to the hip. Open the right shoulder. Feel the knee relax. Bring a block under if it's quite lifted. Feel the right sit bone down. Maybe a little bit of a gentle turn to the right side of the room. Good. Arm might lift up. Angle it to the ceiling there. If it feels okay, just an option. You can always just leave it onto the hip, open and roll the shoulder back, and find that little bit of opening into the chest rib cage here. Good. And then take one more. Breathe in. Exhale. Let that go. Close everything up. Other side. Take that right leg out. Left foot in. Drop that left knee. Then you're going to place that hand onto that right leg. Right forearm to the leg there, and then left hand to the left hip, drop that left knee, sit onto both sit bones. So both sit bones are towards the mat. Open that left shoulder. Now maybe you have space on this side for the arm to go up. Maybe not. That's okay. Good. Breathe in. Slow breath out. Let that breath go. Start to come all the way back to center. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Open the knees out to the sides. And if your knees are quite lifted here, bring those blocks right under legs or towels or blankets and place them under legs there. So you can relax the legs and relax the hips down and find a little more depth there. Sit up nice and tall if you like to, or hinge and fold over your feet. Grab for the toes, hands in front of you. Open the space into the back body. Yeah. Few of your breaths here. A couple more to go. In through the nose. Exhale. Good. Start to tuck the chin in towards your chest. Rise back up, shoulders over the hips. Great job, everybody. Bring your hands to the outsides of the legs. Bring your knees back up. Bring your hands right behind you. That where whichever position that feels good for you. And keep the knees up. Keep the feet down. Bring a little bit of space between the feet if you can. And just a little windshield wiper. Drop the knees over to the left, then to the right. Feel the hips here. Great. Good. Just allowing the hip some movement here. Feeling that little bit of internal, external rotation into the legs. So the farther you bring the feet out, the little bit more of that internal, external rotation to the hip. Good. If you are able to, bring your feet above a mat with distance apart and bring your right knee in a little bit more and keep that left knee facing up. Good. And notice that stretch right here. So it doesn't have to go this deep and everything, just as far as you can, but keeping that left knee a little bit more neutral. So lift it up a little bit as you drop and get a little heavier into that right hip. Good. Now let's do this same thing on the opposite side now. So lift that right knee back up and drop the left leg down a little bit. Good. Try again on both sides. One more time. Right leg drops. Keep that left knee lifted. And then one more time to the left, drop that left knee, keep that right knee lifted. Good job. And then bring both knees back up, knock both knees in towards each other. Notice that right there. Take another breath here. We won't stay long. I know your hands are probably getting a little tired. Take an inhale, exhale, breath out. Very, very nice, everybody. Start to bring your feet back in towards your legs there, your hands back up, and just give your hands a little circling into the wrist there one way. And the other, give your wrists a little tilt forward and back because we were on our hands for a little bit. And let's come onto our back. Very nice job, everybody. Whew. Bring those shoulders down, hips down, draw those knees in towards you. Give yourself a little hug right here. Little movement side to side, maybe up and down along the spine. Good. Keep that right knee in towards you. Extend that left leg out. Relax the shoulders. Good. Now switch sides. Left knee comes in, right leg extends out. Feel that slow breath in, slow breath out. Good. Now bring both knees back in towards your chest. Feel the back body. Open up the hips, draw the knees in a little closer, grab for the outsides of your feet, ankles, backs of the legs, right into your happy baby pose. Relax your thighs towards your low belly. Shoulders get a little heavier. Feel your hips here. Good. Take another breath here. You might even stretch out the legs a little bit. Give them a little stretch from one side, then the other. And then start to bring your legs back down. Bring your feet back down. Come into a figure four. Lift your right leg up. Cross it over. Create this figure four right here. Now, leaving that left foot down onto the ground or pick up that left leg right towards you. You might hover it. You might interlace it on top of the left shin or the hamstring muscle in that space you've created. Good. One more breath here. Slow breath out. Now we're gonna come into a twist with this figure four. If you have lifted that left leg up towards you, bring that left foot all the way back down, release your hands from it, press into that left foot, lift the hips up and scoot your hips over to the right. Drop the figure four legs over to the left side of your mat or the ground there. To your arms though. Maybe a little gaze over your right shoulder. You can always keep your gaze up towards the ceiling. Now, if this doesn't work for you, you can relax that right leg and bring it on top or stagger it. Just a twist that works for you. And let's pause right here. Take a few of your breaths here. Relax the body, feel your breath, get a little heavier and softer at all at the same time. And in through the nose. Exhale. Your next breath in. Bring the knees all the way back up. Hips, bring them back to neutral. And let's come into figure four, the other side. Lift that left leg up, cross it over, create this figure four here. Right foot might stay down, right leg might come up a little closer. Grab for the shin or the right hamstring muscle as you bring it in a little bit more. Bring a little more stretch to the outside of your left leg. A little flexion into the left toe. So draw those toes towards that left knee. Take another breath here. And a slow exhale all the way out. Let's come back into that figure four twist. Drop that right foot down. Press into that right foot. Lift the hips up. Scooch the hips over to the left this time. Drop your feet down. Your figure four. Bring that left foot down. Left knee up. Arms might tee out. You might take a gaze up. Keep it neutral or all the way over your left shoulder. So wherever it takes you, take an option that works for you. I've given you some options here to bring a little more depth into your twist here. Find what works for you. So a few of your breaths here as you just start to decompress, let go, get even heavier towards the mat, sink a little deeper, and just notice your breath here. Your inhale entering your body, your exhale leaving your body. Try one more breath here. Slow breath out. And let's start to come all the way back to center. So you can bring your legs all the way back to neutral. Relax that left foot down. And when we're seated, we did a little windshield wiper of the leg side to side. We're going to do the same thing here. Bring your feet about hip distance apart. Knees are pointing up and just start to take the knees over from one side to the other. Notice how it feels when you're seated as opposed to what you're doing right now. Just a little movement into the hips. Good. One more breath here. Slow exhale all the way out. Let that go. And then we're going to come back into that same little internal stretch there into our hip. So keeping that left knee where it is, heel toe your right foot out a little wider and knock it in. Just into get a little heavier into that right hip. Good. So you might not go as low as this way right now. That's fine. Bring a block or just hover it to a place that feels good for you. Good. Now lift that right knee back up. Place the foot down. Heel toe your left foot out and do the same thing. Lower it down a bit. Find that little bit of internal rotation into the hip there. Okay, let's try it one more time on each side. Lift that left knee back up. Heel toe your right foot out a little bit. Knock the knee in. And just breathe into that healing there. And last time, bring that right knee back up. Heel toe that left foot out. Bring that left knee in. Knock it in. Couple of breaths here. Breathe in. Exhale and start to lift that knee back up. Bring both feet back onto the mat. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Open the knees out wide. Bring those blocks if you need them under your legs. And take a few breaths here. Arms can tee out. Cactus them a little bit. Open the space right across the chest. Breathe. You might even soften your gaze a little bit here. Close your eyes. Feel the space right across the chest. Feel the space in the front body. Take another breath here. And then start to take your hands, close up your knees like a book. Extend your legs out. Take your arms right behind you and give yourself a nice long body stretch. Point the toes, point the fingers right behind you, or flex the toes, heels to the short end of the mat. Get nice and long into the sides of the body. Exhale. Oh, let it go, soften from hands to feet. Try that one more time. Inhale, stretch it out. Take another breath here. Exhale, let that go. And come down to your final pose for tonight's practice, into your Shavasana. Find that place on your mat, relax, arms alongside you. Bend into those knees if you like to. Relax your shoulders. You might take your arms out. You might place one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Feel the movement of your breath. Start to close your eyes, soften into the front body. Get heavy into your shoulders, into the backs of the arms, feet, hips, glutes. And I feel that movement back into your breath. Inhale, exhale. Slow breath in. Slow breath out. Let everything sink just a little deeper. Feel yourself, that calmness in the body, stillness, quietness in the mind. Letting everything go, letting things be. And I encourage you to stay exactly where you are in your space on your mat, getting heavier and heavier, drifting further and further into your Shavasana. Don't have to move. Thank you so much, everyone, for practicing with me. Have yourself a wonderful rest of the night. Namaste.
Thank you very much, Judy.
You're